A New York Times report has stated that the Israeli military has actually loosened its rules of attack and engagement since the beginning of the Gaza war in order to allow for the Israeli soldiers to hit what it describes as Hamas targets, despite a heightened risk of civilian casualties in civilian areas. The New York Times has said that immediately after the 7th of October attack, the Israeli army granted its commanders the authority to strike a wide range of targets, where as many as 20 innocent civilians could be killed in the Israeli attack. Now, according to this order, the IDF troops did not require to target the militants specifically when they were alone, but actually could hit anyone that they considered to be militants at a time when they were at home with their relatives and neighbors. The military also reportedly removed a limit on the cumulative number of civilians that could be killed as part of these strikes. In some instances, even those strikes were approved, that would have put as many as about 100 innocent civilian lives at risk. The report stated that the Israeli army did not resort to extensive surveillance to assess the risk to civilians before staging their campaign of bombings, and they often relied on crude statistical models like estimates of the number of cell phones that were being used in any particular building. The New York Times report has based its information on interviews that it did with more than 100 soldiers and officials. It also included over 25 people who helped select and vet the targets during the military engagements. Now, the 7th of October attack, about 1,200 Israelis were killed and about 250 Israelis were taken hostage. And since then, the Gaza Strip has witnessed a relentless campaign of bombardment by the Israelis, in which more than 45,000 Palestinians have been killed, two-thirds of whom are said to be innocent women and children. And more than 107,000 Palestinians have sustained grievous injuries, many of them undergoing amputations. However, the New York Times report has cited military officials saying that despite the changes in the rules of engagement, the Israeli forces had tried to consistently employ means and methods that adhere to the rules of law. The report also claims that from November 2023 onwards, Israel began to tighten some of its rules of engagement due to global outrage. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.